Thanks for getting me.
Yeah, anytime. How was work?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was long.
Hey, do you know him?
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Man, so glad I caught you. So, I wanted to get your phone number just in case any work stuff comes up after hours, you know? Is that okay?
Yeah, okay. It's 646-480-6649.
Okay, I got it. If anything comes up, I'll be sure to give you a shout, all right?
Okay, cool. See you tomorrow.
All right, see you all. Hey, actually, I was about to grab something to eat, and I wanted to see if you wanted to come with me.
No thanks. We've really got to get going.
Next time for sure, then. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
It's nothing.
I hope not.
Trust me. It's nothing.
I can guess who that is.
Who's that?
Just a doctor from work.
Wow, he's persistent.
He's persistent? Wait, is he interested in you?
I guess.
When were you going to tell me about this?
There's nothing to tell.
You told him no, right?
I haven't. I don't
Wait, you haven't told him no?
know. Not yet.
I've taught you better than that. You know you have to be firm from the start.
It's not that simple.
It is that simple, and you need to do it now. Hey, I'm sorry. I overreacted. I want you to know I do trust you. I've never had a reason not to.
I know. But I'm not a teenager anymore.
You're not, but I'm always going to be your dad. And dads worry about their kids. It's just part of the job.
I really need this job to pioneer. What if he doesn't take it well?
That could happen. But then you'll get to see what Jehovah will do.
I'll talk with him tomorrow.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Maybe say a prayer for me?
I'd love to.
Wow, so Saintly Max finally loses his temper in this series of dramatizations. We're watching the symposium from the Saturday morning of the Exercise Patients Convention. This particular part with patients put up with one another in love, your children. So this is advice for Jehovah's Witness parents on how to deal with their children, only it seems that Sue isn't a child anymore.
But I'm not a teenager anymore.
So how is this about dealing with children if Sue is actually not a teenager, she's an adult, and she's able to make her own decisions when it comes to who she's romantically attached to? I think the problem here, there's always an underlying message, isn't there, in this propaganda? Whether it's a demeaning misogynist view of women or something else, in this case, the underlying message is quite clearly that Jehovah's Witnesses are to marry only in the Lord. That's immediately the problem when there is even a whiff of Sue being involved with someone at work, that's what gets Max all riled up. That's what makes him lose his temper for the first time in this series of dramatizations that stretches all the way back to last year's convention. Finally, he loses his rag, not because something really bad has happened, not because Sue has done anything bad, but because Sue might be attached to someone at work. And let me just address something which probably you picked up on as well. This is not how you deal with this situation.
So I wanted to get your phone number just in case any work stuff comes up after hours, you know? Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, sure, Paul. You can have my number. Just get it from HR. I'm your subordinate in this hospital who can apparently be summoned if there's some overtime to do. Speak to HR. They'll give you my number. That seems to me to be the way this would work. But obviously, this has been written by Bethelites, again, living in this bubble where they don't get to interact with the real world and where their ideas come up against very little pushback in terms of making things realistic. Well, how can they come up against pushback? Because they're in an echo chamber where no one really has any real experience of the real world, and they don't understand that in the real world, this is borderline, if not full-blown sexual harassment. If this guy, Paul, really needs to contact Sue in order to arrange for overtime, he should do it through the proper channels. This is not how you do this. But how are the writers of this dramatization supposed to know this? Because for most of them, it will be years, if not decades, since they were in secular employment.